Jo Kearney, ARPS, does that sound good?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting, and yeah, I feel really proud to have those letters by my name.
But when you look at it, it's obviously the work of one photographer, and you've been photographing for quite a while, haven't you?
I've kind of always loved photography, and I've probably been for about the last 14 years I've been sort of taking it seriously.
And now you're a video journalist, so you're looking for images and pictures and stories all the time. How important is it, do you think, for these images to tell a story?
Yeah, I think it's much better if you actually go with an aim and a story idea than just trying to take pictures on the go. Because then you sort of have an aim and you kind of like have a plan, and you spend time researching and spend time in the area, you know, working out that.
So what was your plan here then? What was the purpose of it?
The purpose was to go and photograph the nomads of Kyrgyzstan. So, you know, I kind of researched where the best place would be, and then we kind of was about 4 hours up to very high mountains. It was a four-wheel drive, kind of very rugged road, and spent the first night with a family living in a yurt.
Were you worried at all that it may not work out?
But yeah, no, I wasn't particularly worried. I mean, I've travelled sort of all over the world, and having a driver is quite a luxury. You know, often I'm just on local buses and things.
So you arrive at this spot, you can see the people, see the animals, see what they do. What do you do then?
So one of the things I wanted to do was photograph the shepherds. So that was the kind of aim of the first morning, was like driving around trying to find shepherds, and then basically kind of there were kind of yurts, little camps along. You know, they might have been like an hour's drive to get to the next one. So we kind of would stop off. And then you could kind of like, they could cook you food. Often they would, like, they'd wave you and say, come in and have, you know, tea, and so usually it was stale bread and this sort of sour milk drink. The next morning, so I woke up, it was a nice, beautiful day, and I went off, you know, walking early, and I found this, it was like a family living, you know, they had the old Soviet car. And because it was a beautiful day, they'd brought their table outside. So they're all sitting around this table having breakfast. It was like a really lovely scene. And, you know, there was the grandfather who wore the traditional felt hat, and the son was playing the accordion, and like all the kids were playing.
Now, you were there for 10 days. Did you feel under pressure, you know, to get the images you needed in that time? It's not long. I kind of, because it was so photogenic, I kind of like just took so many all day, and I'd work from, you know, like 5 in the morning till 7 at night, you know, so I kind of worked really hard. Because you sometimes want to be a tourist and see everything. The trouble is when you're doing a photo project, you've just got to really, you've got to curtail yourself and just be, you know, rigid and saying, I'm not going to see everything, I'm just going to, you know, be there. Now you ended up with 15 images. How many did you take during your trip?
I'd say that out of thousands, I had probably about 20. Obviously, I came, you know, when I went to the advisory. So, you know, I just about had enough, really, out of all that number. So.
Well, Jo Kearney, congratulations, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.